When we took over at Jiffy Lube, it was a troubled franchise. It had been in place, and there was a lot of conflict in the business. There was a breakdown between the franchisees, the franchisor. The company was basically in dramatically bad shape. We knew we had a brand name, and we knew that we had to regroup on that brand. So we started out with what I believe to be the core essential issue, and that is the operational presentation to the customer. Then we began the art of marketing the product, and we had to regroup because we had a lot of customers who were mad at us. A lot of customers had bad experiences, and so we took certain marketing strategies to address the community. And through that process, we also had to work with our independent owners because they had a lack of confidence in management, lack of confidence in leadership. We found that between the owners who were, their own hard money, and they've got all the effort and they got all the energy, and then our employees and all the procedural compliance and the brand marketing, our customers began to respond. And it was a slow response, but it was a steady response. And all of a sudden we began to see the business turn back to the positive. Well, I started many years ago in a little Western auto store down in Louisville, Kentucky in retail. I kind of grew up in the business. I grew up in terms of trying to understand what it took to make a customer really feel good about their experience. And it was a great education because where I started, I was $1.70 an hour, and I was working on commission, and I had an opportunity to learn the business from the very grassroots up, in terms of pretty much every job and every position you can imagine I've had. We have these marketers out there that are not connected to these businesses, but they're given great big assignments. And then you talk to management, and management maybe really didn't come through the grassroots of the business. And so I'm standing there as someone maybe coming in looking from the outside in and beginning to get involved, and I'm thinking, no one really understands what it is we do. And so I get frustrated because I see independent business people who are trusting some of these agencies, they're trusting some of these people to help them make decisions about their business, but the reality is they don't know about their business. And then you see failures. I've seen businesses that I've been involved in where, you go into the business and the business is struggling. It's upside down, it's not performing well, and the financial data says, we have real problems here. But as you begin to break down those walls, you start to determine the business really doesn't have as many fundamental problems as you thought it did. It has people and communication problems. The group, the core group, or the employees, the team, if you will, they don't know where they're supposed to be going. And when you're talking about taking care of customers in the retail segment, and you really want to be able to communicate through to them that you do in fact care about their business, that it does matter, you've got to create this heart and soul. And the heart and soul in most business has to do with your people. It still comes back to your organization and the communication from the top desk in the organization to the very last person who's performing the service. There's got to be a great sense of integrity in your business. What happens is your people at the lowest end of the rung, which are actually the most important people in the business because they touch your customers' lives every day, they're the ones that are going to perform. And as they start to perform and send that aura of trust to the customer, the financial results will come.